Welcome back to the Cabbage Patch.
I'm Tom.
I'm Dad.
I'm Tommy.
I'm Gus.
And today we're going to continue on with our theme from our monster games. Since we just watched Godzilla versus Kong, today we played
King
King of Tokyo, a Richard Garfield game. This game is, good grief, it's for 2 to 6 players. It's for ages 8 and above, and it plays really fast because we ended up playing 2 games in the space of the time that we usually play 1. So it is a game about giant monsters. There's a Godzilla wannabe, there's a Mecha Godzilla wannabe, and there is a King Kong wannabe.
Actually, I think this is its own monster.
It's called Mecha Dragon, so it's like Mecha Godzilla. And then the base game comes with a couple other monsters. There's a weird alien guy,
Evil bunny robot,
evil robot bunny,
and Cthulhu.
And a Cthulhu, right? So we've got those, but we played with Mega Godzilla or Mecha Dragon, Gigasaur or Godzilla, and the King, otherwise King Kong, because that's what happens. Spoiler alert in the movie. It's a fast game, right? So you roll dice, and the object is to become the King of Tokyo, and when you're the King of Tokyo, you get victory points. So the object is to get to 20 victory points. They're kept track of on this card here with these little dials here at the top. It's a little bright, right? And you have health. And each of the dice do different things, right? What does the little hand symbol do?
Damage.
Damage. That's an attack dice. What
The
does the little lightning symbol do?
Energy.
Energy.
You gain an energy cube.
What's the little heart symbol do?
Heal.
Heals, right? And then there are numbers. And if you get a number, and you get 3 of that same number, so if you roll the dice and you get 3, where to go? 3 twos. Right, I think you can see that, right? You get 3 twos, what happens?
You 3 twos.
Oh, sorry, those are supposed to be twos.
You get 2 victory points.
2 victory points. So if you get 3 of a kind, you get that many victory points. So we take turns, we roll dice. The first person to do an attack ends up in Tokyo. Once you're in Tokyo, you get some extra victory points. The longer you stay in Tokyo, the more victory points you get, right? You get 2 every time you begin a turn in Tokyo. However, what can't you do while you're in Tokyo?
Heal.
You can't heal. It's actually helpfully reminded on the bottom of the board. I'm going to have to do something about that lighting because that's too bright. All right, so we take turns beating each other up, roll the dice, get some attacks, gain some energies. What does the energy do?
It lets you buy cards.
Lets you buy cards. So at the start of the game, you draw 3 cards and you put them face up. And the cards have energy values on the top, which I think you can see. So this is a 6. This is a 5. Some of them are 3s, right? So you get energy cubes, and if you have enough energy cubes to buy one of the cards, one of the things you can do on your turn is buy a card. Some of the cards are permanent effects for your creature, and some of them are temporary effects.
Yeah.
Either do damage or heal yourself or give yourself some extra abilities. And that's it, right? You roll dice, you take turns. Each turn takes only a few seconds, and eventually Tommy wins again.
Really slow.
Right, unless you're really slow.
This is the 3rd time in a row I've won a monster board game.
This is the 3rd time in the row that you've won a monster board game, and it's getting a little exhausting.
Once with Megalon and the next at this game.
We don't
Right.
speak of Megalon.
You were King Kong this time, but prior to that you were the Mecha Dragon. So we played this actually twice, but we didn't have the microphone down, so you couldn't hear us.
The first time.
That's it. That's the game. Yeah, until when we noticed. That's the game. It's that easy. What's a rule that you should remember, Gus?
If you don't have enough points, you can't actually get one.
If you don't have enough energy, you can't actually buy one of these cards. What about you? What's a good important rule to remember?
Keep your eyes on the abilities and make sure to abuse them to win.
Keep your eyes on the abilities, right? Because each of these cards has an ability that you can use, usually every turn. And that includes re-rolling your dice or re-rolling your opponent's dice and things like that. Some cards are really powerful, right? Some cards you discard right away. They don't stay on the. All 3 of those are discard cards. So I think the important rule to remember for me is you can't heal when you're in Tokyo City, right? So as we roll the dice, we swap our monsters in and out and in and out, and all sorts of stuff happens. The longer you stay in Tokyo City, the more damage you take, and if you get down to 0 health, what happens?
You're out.
You're out?
Yeah, you
out
just die.
You're dead.
Right. So how did you win this last game?
I rolled. Well, each of you. Well, Dad was at 2 health and Gus was at 3. I rolled a 2.
Roll
And
2
then-
attacks.
Due to one of my abilities, that let me spend 2 energy, so I changed the result of any of my dice.
Right. So normally, you can only attack whoever's in the city.
I changed it to. I changed one of the things
Right.
to attack.
An attack. So
kill
normally
Gus.
you can only attack if you're outside of the city, you can only attack the person in the city. Tommy had a special card where he could attack everybody at the same time. So it's usually, the attacks are usually directed against from the city out, right? So Gus and I are out here. Tommy attacks both of us. When I roll my dice and get attacks, I can only attack whoever's in the city, unless you have this special card which lets you attack everybody.
Yeah.
So Tommy won both times that we played. Is it a fun game?
Yeah.
Yep.
How much?
It deserves a 2.
You think it's a 2 cabbage game?
2.
2 cabbage?
Yeah, we've got to upgrade our system.
We've got it. Yes, you said that last time. I think it's a 2 as well. I think it's a solid 6 cabbage
Well,
game.
next time we said, and that it was a 10.
Right. We'll figure that out later. We're not going to do that now. So we're going to stick with the 9 out of 9. Right. So 2, 2, and 2. That's 6. 6 cabbages. Did you like it better than Godzilla Tokyo Clash? Or about the same?
No, definitely not.
Definitely not the same. Yeah, these are cool, but they're cardboard.
And also, Dad called them one of these.
Right, and they are kind of wannabe monsters, so they're not actually. But they didn't have the Godzilla license, so they can't. But so that's not as exciting. But they are nice looking monsters. They're a little goofy looking, right? So
Except for this one. This one looks cool.
Yeah.
the robotic evil bunny rabbit or whatever that is,
And Cthulhu.
and the Cthulhu. There's expansions where you get more monsters, you get more cards. The score token things are a little touchy, so if you accidentally touch it, you can reset your score.
Yeah.
Neither of the games we played, did anybody get to 20 victory points. I got to 13,
I got to 11.
but then Tommy killed us.
I got to 11.
So it's a fun game. It's a fast game, and it's pretty easy to play.
Yeah.
6 cabbages.
Just watch out for people who have both Nova Breath and Stretchy.
Yeah, because that makes everything complicated. There are these 2 special green dice that get used when you draw special cards, but we never used them, so we never saw it. Well, that's it. 6 cabbages, fun game. We liked it as much as we liked Godzilla, but we might have liked Godzilla Tokyo Clash a little bit better because it's cooler. It's got a cooler game board. All right.
Eat plenty cabbages, don't eat us.
You doing the outro?
Like, subscribe, hit that bell. Tommy, you want to say anything else?
Leave a comment if you like.
All right. So that's our show. Thanks a lot.
Bye.